Hi friends, this is the eNews for the week of September 13th. I hope that it finds you well. This past Sunday, we had a glorious morning of worship. The energy was sky high, and it was just joyful to see families coming back after the summer and people reuniting together. And in fact, at both services, the time of greeting just went on, and people were so excited to be back together in the sanctuary with one another. So I hope that you can be a part of that excitement and that energy in some way. It is always better in person. So if you are able, let me encourage you to get up and come. Come and see what God is doing. I'm glad that if you can't be here, that we can come to you through the technology, but it is certainly not the best substitute for being present in person. So this week, we not only kick off a lot of the programs, but it is a time when things get busy around here again. Confirmation class has begun. Boys and girls group for junior and senior highs has begun. Other things are kicking off. If you are musical at all or want to participate, Ron has a space for you. This Sunday, I walked around the Sunday school classrooms, and the kids were energetic. The toddler room was full, and the adult classes, fantastic. Over 70 adults in adult education. We are blessed. I wanted to just reflect a little bit on one of the parts of the sermon that I didn't talk about very much, and that is that God called Abram when he was 75. And it wasn't until he was over 100 years old that God provided Abraham and Sarah with their son Isaac. And he had promised Abram 25 years or more before that he was going to bless him with offspring and nations would come from him. So Abram had to wait 25 or more years for God's promise to be fulfilled. And I just wonder about that in our lives, in this culture of instant gratification. It is hard to wait, and waiting is always important. I don't know about you, but I find that the opportunity to wait is a spiritual discipline and exercise for me. Anywhere from waiting in line at the grocery store to waiting in line at the drive-through bank window, to waiting for a red light to turn when you want to be somewhere quickly. Waiting can be a challenge. But waiting for God to answer your prayers, waiting for God to fulfill His promise, that's an even deeper form of waiting. So I want to just address that a little bit. We've been waiting for 2,000 years now for Jesus to return. That's a long time to wait. But the promise will be fulfilled because God is true to His word. Recently, I've had to deal with some families who are struggling with waiting for their loved ones to either get better or not get better. That waiting is really difficult. Waiting to hear the results of a medical test. Waiting to get a doctor's appointment sometimes. So what does it mean for us to wait? And I wanted to read from Psalm 27. It's really significant. It says this: "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?" Because I think sometimes waiting reveals our fears. Will God keep His word? What is going to happen? Then it says, "The Lord is my stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When evildoers assail me, my adversaries and foes, it is they who stumble and fall. Though an army encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war rise against me, yet I will be confident. One thing I have asked of the Lord, that I will seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord and to inquire in His temple." The psalmist keeps writing about what it means to face difficult times, and in the end it says this: I believe that I shall look upon the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait for the Lord. Be strong. Let your heart take courage. Wait for the Lord. So let me encourage you, friends, in these days to be patient and to wait, and to find your courage not in the timeliness of the answer, but in the one who provides all that we need, God himself. If you would like to talk about what it means to wait, I'd be glad to speak with you and listen. If you would like to just say, Dirk, I don't know the spiritual path that I need to take, I would be glad to have that conversation with you. You don't have to go through this alone. You do not have to wait alone. It is always easier to wait with someone. I'm reminded of that all the time when I go and visit in the hospital or sit with somebody while their loved one is in surgery. Waiting alone is a very isolated place. Friends, you don't have to be alone. We have deacons and Stephen ministers, staff, and just members of the family here who would love to sit with you and to remind you that God is near. So remember that and be encouraged. Take courage. God is our refuge and he is our strength. We love to see you on Sunday mornings in worship. If you want to join us for Zoom Bible study on Wednesdays, let me know. I'll send you the link. If we can do anything for you, please reach out. Take care. God bless. Have a great day.